almost 6 years now, BZ Tactical have been collaborating with Geartech Custom Paint to make a series of custom painted airsoft rifles. If you don't know, Geartech is one of the best in the game at these custom paint jobs. If you've been involved in airsoft for any period of time, there's a very solid chance that you've seen one of his paint jobs online. In fact, some of the collabs we've done with him in the past have gone pretty viral. And our latest collab with Geartech Custom has just arrived, this beautiful Resident Evil inspired KWA Ava 4 AG rifle with 4 custom painted mags to match as well. But this one's a little bit different from all the other paint jobs we've done so far with Geartech, because all of those were one-offs, whereas this is a series of 5. Yes, we have 5 of these custom painted Resident Evil guns available, one of which will be for sale this coming Friday, Halloween, on bztactical.co.uk at 10 AM. First come, first serve. The other 4 will be heading out to 4 other shops across Great Britain, so we can spread the word a little bit and get these things out there in the public so you guys can see them in person. This is something we plan on doing more often with Geartech going forward. We will still be doing some one-offs just for BZ, but we will be doing some series of 5s as well to go to different shops all across the UK. Now, to celebrate the latest custom paint job landing and the fact it's going to be on sale this Friday at BZ, we decided to look at every single collab that we've done with Geartech so far, and we're going to rank them. We're going to go through all 21 collabs that we've done so far, and we're going to rank them in order of my preference until we've got the ultimate top 5 at the end. But of course, we want to know what you guys think as well, so do let us know when you've seen the video which one was your favorite in the comments. And if you want to learn how to paint just like Geartech, you're in luck, because he's just started a Patreon account where you can sign up and he'll show you tutorials and step-by-step guides on how to do these paint jobs. He's even posted some content with this very Resident Evil gun that we've shown you in the video. I'll leave a link to the Patreon if you're interested. Sign up if you want to learn how to paint like Geartech. And also, before we get started, I am going to say this is going to be a very KWA heavy video. Most of the collabs we've done with Geartech are KWA rifles. They're just great quality out of the box and they're easy to strip and paint, so they're ideal candidates for this kind of thing. But going forward, we're going to try and mix it up a little bit. The next collab we're going to do with Geartech is actually going to be a Wolverine gun. Take a guess at what theme that's going to be in the comments. And we're going to do some Raven Evolution guns and some other brands as well. And we're also going to try and mix it up a little bit with the styles of guns that we've done. We've never done an AK before, so that might be something we have to do in the very near future. But if there's a style of gun that you'd like to see us do a custom paint job, or a theme that you'd like to see us do as well, do let us know in the comments. We always look at these suggestions when we're coming up for the next theme on our next Geartech collab. That being said, let's take a look at some bloody gorgeous custom painted guns. Right, so the first collab that we ever did with Geartech was in February 2020, pre-COVID times, and it was with an Ares hand cannon. This was a bit of a weird time for BZ. We were stocking a lot of things that we don't stock right now, like an Ares hand cannon, and we literally called it the massive Fukin hand cannon. This one, I remember this being brought in. I wasn't familiar with Geartech's work at the time. I'd only been working at BZ for about 3 months at this point, and I was like really blown away by the work that he put into this thing and how cool it looked. But I didn't really understand why you'd want a massive Fukin hand cannon personally. It's not my type of thing, but it's the only one we've looked at so far. So for now, it's taking the top spot. Now, just a month later, for the one and only time, we gave him a paintball gun to work on. We gave him a Tippmann TMC, and he did it in a Borderlands paint job. I really like this. I remember this coming out just before COVID. It was like a week or 2 before COVID hit, and I was so blown away by what he did. The massive Fukin hand cannon was pretty cool. It gave me a taste of what Geartech could do, but the paint work on this was superb, and this is easily in the top spot for now. Now for the third collab, we can't find any evidence of it. The third Geartech collab with BZ released during the time of COVID. It was a very strange time. We don't have any photos or evidence of it anymore, so we're just gonna have to skip the third one. I'm sorry about that, guys. But as for the fourth one, well, we had to document that one because this was easily my favorite so far. This was a Rising Sun TK45 KWA rifle. It was the first KWA that we did with Geartech, and it turned out so well that we just kept using KWAs, because look at the gradient paint job on this thing. It is absolutely stunning. The way it goes from that yellowy orange up to the red. Oh my God. This is some of the best paintwork that Geartech has done to this day, in my opinion. Usually it goes for like a weathered look. This is a lot more clean, Personally, I do like the weathered, but I'd go for this style of paint job personally if I was going to commission one. That is maybe the best gradient paint job I've ever seen on a rifle. Easily this takes the top spot so far. Now we're into 2021 with our 5th collab, the Mandalorian inspired KWA Mod 2 AEG. I'm not a Mandalorian guy, I'm not even a Star Wars guy, it's just not for me, but I do appreciate the work that went in this thing. The Boba Fett colours were obvious straight away. I don't really get all of the logos and the references on it, but it is stunning either way. I'd probably put this behind the Rising Sun. This will go on the 2nd place spot for now. I think it is slightly better than the Borderlands TMC, but can't be that Rising Sun paint job. 6th collabs, staying with that KWA mod family, we've got the Mod 1 in this Advanced Weapons weathered orange paint job. Now, I know that this one is one of Geartech's personal favorites that he's done so far for us, maybe his favorite overall. I really like it. I love the burnt orange. I think it stands out so much. It's such a different color on a rifle compared to what you'd see elsewhere. Yeah, I think this one turned out fantastic. Is it my favorite though? I don't think it can beat that Rising Sun paint job. Again, it's going to be very hard to beat that for the rest of this video, but I do think it's better than the Mandalorian. So I'll put that in 2nd place. Now the next one is from summer 2021. It was a Soviet Union inspired paint job on a KWA Ronin 47. I do think that the Ronin 47 is one of the more underrated AEGs out there. It's fantastic. I love the mags on these things. And I think that it was the mags themselves, those big banana mags that inspired Geartech to go with this paint job. Such a bold paint job, such an in-your-face theme as well. Obviously, about 6 months after we did this paint job, the whole Russia, Soviet Union thing, it's not in people's good books at that point, but for when it came out for the time, I really liked this. It was something different. It had a bit of history to it. It's nice bold colours. It's colours that you wouldn't normally see on a rifle. I really like this. I think the mags on this is the best mags that he's done so far that we've looked at easily. I like that we, when we do a collab with Geartech, we always give him extra mags or an optic or something like that so he can do a more complete paint job, so it's not just a one-off rifle with one mag. You've actually got like a bit of a themed loadout going on. And I think the theming on this is probably the best overall that we've seen so far, but I wouldn't put it in my top 3, I think. I think this one is probably 4th on the list so far. For our 8th collab, Geartech took the name of the KWA Ronin T10 rifle that we gave him. He took it quite literally and created this Bushido-inspired paint job. Now, I will say up front, this one isn't for me. I don't really like the colours on it too much. It's not something I'd go with, but I can appreciate how well this was made. The detailing on the stock is fantastic. I just think the rest of the gun, this stock is where everything's at, but it's quite difficult to see the top of the stock, especially while you're using the gun. So the rest of the paint job doesn't really match up to that level of detailing and everything. It is still really nice, obviously. Everything that Geartech does is absolutely top standard, but it just isn't for me. I don't even think this was cracked my top 5 so far. And just to note on that, with all of the Geartech collabs that we've done so far, we have sold them on to a player. We don't want to keep these for ourselves. We want these out in the field. And I know that Geartech specifically likes working with us because we do that. He wants them to be out and about. He wants them to be on field so people can see them and appreciate them. And I know a lot of people comment and say, I'd be too scared to take that thing out, but the quality that goes in the paint job, they're not going to damage easily. Plus, a lot of Geartech's work, it's weathered anyway, so it kind of just adds to it, if anything. So if you ever see us post another Geartech collab on our page, and we've got quite a few planned for the near future, do know that it will be for sale at some point. Up next, number 9, the Reaper LM4D, death by overwhelming firepower. Again, great paint work. This is just not a style that I would go with. The gun, however, that's fantastic. I love the LM4D. That was developed for law enforcement training. We've actually sold these on to some law enforcement here in the UK for them to do firearms training with. And they're so fantastic. We were going to do a full video review on them, but they sold out right before we were going to do it. But anyway, back to the paint job. I do like this paint job. It's maybe my least favorite so far. Sorry, Geartech. Maybe apart from the massive cannon, but yeah, this just is not for me. It's great, but I wouldn't pick it any day of the week. Right, this next one, I'm hoping I can find some better quality photos of it. But I remember when Geartech made this, that he said that this was maybe one of his favorites so far. this did turn out really nice. It's quite simple compared to some of the others that we've gone with, some of the other themes, and some of the themes that are coming up later in the video. But the green and cream paint job on this Mod 3, I think works really well. And I love those Mod 3 mags, those straight magazines. I think they are so nice when they come out custom painted like this. This, I can't really put it above that Rising Sun paint job. It's just got a special place in my heart. I love that thing. Is it better than the Mod 1? I'm going to put this in third place so far. It is nice, but I don't think the green stands out quite as much as that burnt orange from the Advanced Weapons one that we saw earlier. But again, my opinion doesn't really matter. Let us know which one is your favorite in the comments. Up next, we've got the 11th collab with Geartech. And if you haven't noticed already, from the 4th collab onwards, Geartech started numbering them so we could keep track of this thing. This is got to be the cleanest collab that we did with Geartech, maybe ever. It's this Red Bull style T6 from KWA. I think this has something to do with Rainbow Six Siege. I might just be completely making that up, but I don't play it, so don't judge me if I'm wrong. I do like this. I think it turned out really well. That white though, I'd be terrified of running this rifle with that white on. Yeah, it's a bit too clean for me. I did say earlier I like clean paint job, but this is a bit too clean for me. I do love the matching optic that we give him for this gun as well. I think that turned out superb. Again, the work is fantastic. I just wouldn't put it in my top 5. Up next, we've got a Biohazard TK45. This is more like it. I remember this coming out in early 2022 when we just started our TikTok page. Go follow us on TikTok if you haven't already, because we're one of the most followed airsoft shops in the world. But this was when we were just starting out. We'd only posted a few videos when we showed off this thing. And this was like our first video to really do some big numbers, and people were losing their mind over this paint job because it's turned out so nice. It's very similar to the TMC Borderlands paint job that we did a few years before this, but it did turn out really well. I do like this more than the Borderlands one because the matching optic and peg box just make this for me. The smile written on the cap on the optic is fantastic. There's a smiley face on there, I believe, as well, somewhere. But the weathering on this was just absolute top tier. This one, as well as the fact it's a TK45, and I do actually really love that gun. I think it's fantastic. And I love that we give him a short mag as well, so it sits in rather than the long mag that we had on the Rising Sun. This one, it is up there. It's up there. I don't know where to rank it though. I don't know if it's a top spot or if it's a second spot or what. I'm going to put this at second place. I can't put it above that Rising Sun. But who knows what will dethrone the Rising Sun? Will it get dethroned? Let's take a look at some more collabs. Up next, unlucky number 13. And for your eagle-eyed viewers out there, you'll probably notice that this actually says 12 on it. We did 2 number 12s, but I guess you can't really have the number 13 on a rifle, it would be bad luck, so we'll pretend that Geartech did that on purpose. This was a Knights Templar Mod 3 with those straight mags again. We love how those straight mags turned out on the green Mod 3, so we loved them so much that we did it again with this Knights Templar theme. Again, this just isn't my theme. The paintwork is superb. There are going to be some of you out there who will absolutely love this thing, but the theme just isn't it for me. It's just not something I'm interested in, so I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but the paintwork is superb. Up next, we've got the first KWA Eve rifle that we do with Geartech. This is a rifle that we've used several times for these paint jobs now because they are just one of the best value rifles out the box in Airsoft today. We've dedicated a full video about them because they're our best-selling rifles, and for good reason. And we did this lovely paint job in there with a matching optic and a matching suppressor as well. Don't think we've ever done a matching suppressor on any of the other rifles. I would like us to do a bit more of this where we do matching accessories, but maybe that's something we can do for future builds. Anyway, this paint job, it is bloody gorgeous, but it's just not for me at all. This is not a style that I'd go with. Yeah, it's just not for me. It's got some Latin written on the side. I believe it spells out silent but deadly, if I remember that rightly. But yeah, it just isn't for me. It's just not my taste. It's great work, but again, not in the top 5. Now, this is more like it. Another Eve rifle. This is the shorter version, KWA E4, and this is the Dirty kitty. This is probably the most viral Geartech collab that we've ever done. This thing did numbers on TikTok, over 3 million in one video. It did really well on Instagram as well. People went crazy for this when it launched. It is absolutely superb. Without doubt, this has got to be one of my favorite paint jobs Geartech has ever done, either for us or anyone else. It is just bloody superb. It's so different. It's so stupid. It's great. I love it. I remember him taking away this thing and working on it for a while, and he came back and the look of joy when he opened it up for us to show us it, and like the pride on him that he created this monstrosity right here, this Hello Kitty monstrosity. It just turned out so good. It stands out so well, and I love the fact that this went to a BZ regular, Becca. She picked it up in the shop. It actually sold before it was even on sale because it was that popular. She just spotted it in the shop on display and bought it, and before I even had a chance to tell my colleague that we're not selling it until a certain date. But she goes out and reuses this regularly, so there's game day photos of her using this out in the field, and I love spotting this because it just stands out so much. And I want to shout out Krios Photography and Airsoft Cat, who did some amazing photos with this rifle when we had it in our mitts in 2023. They just showed it off so well, and people on TikTok absolutely love this thing. We still, to this day, over 2 years later, get at least 5 comments a week on that video from people wanting to buy it. But sorry guys, it was a one-off. We weren't doing series of 5s back then. It was a one-off. Do I like this more than the Rising Sun? I think I do. We've got a new top spot. It's got to be the Dirty Kitty E4. Up next, we've got another very interesting theme for a rifle, and that's the KWA Scarlet 47 Harley Quinn rifle. This is the polymer version of the Ronin 47 that we showed earlier in the video, but with a much different paint job from the Soviet Union one. This Harley Quinn style, I think this turned out so well. This actually has got the smiley face on the optic that I thought the Biohazard one earlier in the video. I got confused there, but I do love it. I think that's probably the best detail on an optic that he's ever done that I've seen, that smiley face on the cap. That I absolutely love. The rest of the rifle, I love the magazines. Again, those big banana-esque magazines that come with the Ronin 47 and the Scarlet 47. They are perfect for this style of project because you can do these massive, really in-your-face graphics on the magazines. We've got like the Harley Quinn red and blue on either side of the magazine. I think they turned out fantastic. I love how the handguard on this looks, the grip, the front looks, foregrip, should I say. I love how that looks in that blue color. I wouldn't go for this paint job personally myself. It's not my favorite paint job, but I do love some of the details on this. And Geartech actually invited a friend of the shop down, Call Sign Peach, who did a Harley Quinn cosplay in the end of October, I believe it was, in the middle of our car park. She was absolutely freezing. I felt so bad for her. We'll see her later in the video as well. We actually brought her back for another cosplay with one of Geartech's custom painted guns. So shout out to her. Thank you very much for coming and freezing our car park for the sake of this rifle. Is it in the top 5? I don't think it is. I do love how the optic and the mags turned out in this thing, but overall, just not a paint job that I would go for personally. Up next, we've got a really unique one. It doesn't really match anything else that we've done with Geartech, and it's like geometric shape type orange Lucy 4 from KWA. It is a polymer version of the Mod 3 that we've seen a couple of times earlier in the video. Those straight mags, again, they just look fantastic. I love the orange and black color scheme on the mags specifically. And then you've got these like geometric shape patterns all across the rifle. It's something completely different. I've never seen a paint job like this on a rifle, and it just stands out. And for that reason, I do really like it. I think I'd put this thing in 4th place behind the Biohazard TK45. It's different enough that I like it, and I love the matching burnt orange optic as well on top of there. It's not something that I'd personally have asked for, but I do love how it turned out, and it's definitely unique, and that gets it bonus points. Now here we go. This one was actually, I believe it was my idea. I'm going to take credit for it. This is one of my favorites. This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle KWA rifle. This My God, I love this thing. And what was special about this is that we did a matching turtle shell hard case to go with it. This was unreal. I love this one. Not just because it was kind of my idea, but the turtle shell detailing on the rifle and the on the hard case were just both turned out fantastic. I love that he did a different color for each on magazines for each different turtle. I just think the detail on this was absolutely superb, and I've got a bit of a childhood soft spot for TMNT, so I did have a bit of a bias for this one. I do love it. I'm going to put it third behind that Rising Sun Bushido, Rising Sun KW running TK45. What am I even talking about? I'm getting so overwhelmed by these fantastic paint jobs that I can't speak straight. But yeah, TMNT, that's going to go third place for now, I think. And this came out at the time of BZ Fest 2024. We had one of our friends of BZ, Dan Airsoft, the photographer. He was in, he saw this thing, he was one of the first people to see it. He took some great photos with it. He loved it so much that he bought it for his partner Hasmin. So it's in the hands of two very talented photographers. So it's great seeing this thing pop up every now and then on my Instagram page. Up next, would you believe it? We've got a non-KWA rifle. That's right. We became the UK distributor for VFC in 2024. So we decided to use one of their Avalon Caliber 2 AEGs for the next paint job. And as you can see, it's Fallout inspired, got a Pip-Boy on there, it's in Voltec colors, and this thing, it really stands out. I love how the blue and the yellow turned out on it. It wouldn't be a style of gun that I would have gone with personally. Like if I was to buy a rifle, that wouldn't be the one that I would have personally picked, but I do love how the paint job turned out of it. And we called in our old friend Callsign Pete to do a bit of more of a cosplay, a Fallout cosplay photo shoot with this gun. I really like it. It turned out really well. I wouldn't put it in my top 5 though. But this one, however, this one, superb. We dedicated an entire video to this. You may have seen it. I'll put a link in the description. It's worth watching alone for the fact that I almost took my colleague Bailey's nose off. And this was the Mystery Machine KWA Eve rifle. This was the start of a new agreement that we've got with Geartech, where we're going to be doing collabs with him more often. And what a start this was. In fact, this was even a mystery to us. We didn't know what the theme was going to be. Geartech kept it from us. He just told us it's going to be 5 characters, so he needs 5 magazines. We did actually manage to successfully guess this one, but we couldn't have guessed how well this thing would turn out. This Mystery Machine paint job, it's one of my favorites easily. I love that you've got the optic at the top, you've got the whole gang sat in the Mystery Machine going around the top of the optic. Just the detail on it, the weathering on that paint job with the iconic Mystery Machine van paint job on there. It just turned out so well. And then you've got the really subtle block colors for each of the characters and all the different magazines. So each character has their own magazine to go in the gun. It just, the theming of it is superb. I love these styles of paint jobs where it's just something completely different, something that someone wouldn't even really commission. Like no one's really gonna go to someone and say, can you do a Scooby-Doo themed paint job on my gun, please? It's just an opportunity to do something completely different, show it to the world, and then let them decide if they want it or not. So that's what I love about these things. We just kind of think what's gonna be a bit different, what's gonna be fun, and this is what's came out of it, and I love it. I'm gonna put it right behind Dirty Kitty. I'm going to put this in second place. It is slightly better than the Rising Sun paint job, although that I really do have a special place in my heart for that. But yeah, it can't be that Dirty Kitty. Dirty Kitty is going to be really tough to beat in the future. And finally, our last collab, we have got the newest one, the Resident Evil Umbrella Corp Ava 4 from KWA. This is a polymer version of the Mod 1 that we did years ago with Geartech, and this one is the series of 5, so there are 5 of these available in the UK, 1 from BZ and 4 from other stores across the country. And yeah, I'm not a Resident Evil guy. My mum accidentally bought me Resident Evil for my 6th birthday, which was extremely inappropriate. I wanted a game called Evil Zone, and she bought me an 18 rated zombie killing game instead. But either way, just not my series, not my franchise. I've never really been into it, but I can appreciate the work that's gone into this gun. It is superb as always. The weathering on this, I think, is some of the best on the foregrip here. I think that is turned out superb. I do love how this cream colour turns out with the weathering. I've done it a couple of times on some other rifles. I do like this. I wouldn't put it in my top 5 though. I'm not a Resident Evil guy, so I'm not going to pick it. So those were all of the custom painted rifles that we've done with Geartech Custom Paint so far. Which one was your favourite, guys? Remember to tell us in the comments. And as well, leave your suggestions for future paint job themes and rifles to paint. We are already planning out some custom paint jobs for the future. We've already got Geartech working on a Wolverine that'll be coming out hopefully in November 2025. But we always like suggestions. The weirder, the better. And do make sure to check out Geartech Customs on social media. He's got a Facebook group where he posts all his work. He's also on Instagram as well. And he's got his brand new Patreon account. If you want to learn to paint just like Geartech, sign up for that. It's very cheap for the expert advice that you're going to get. Really helpful step-by-step videos. I'll leave a link in the description for those. And all that's left to say now is remember to like this video, subscribe to BZ Tactical for more airsoft content, shop online at bztactical.co.uk or right here in our Teesside store in North East England. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.